An arena built for sports gladiators.
Yeah, straight up.
In a city that lives for competition. With a design that defies reality.
And look up.
Oh, building skills that are sure to confound.
Do it all over again.
Why? And hidden obstacles that cannot be ignored.
Hey! Come down any more, Vinny, it's gonna break the precast.
Now, how do you build a steel dream when it's standing room only for your monster machines? We're building impossible.
I'm Daniel Ashville. I started at the bottom with a pickaxe and a bus pass.
I got it. Let's go.
I've learned the ropes.
Stop.
Climbed the ladder.
It's never easy.
Been knocked down, got back up, and built my own major construction company.
I didn't know it was going to be this big.
Now I'm traveling the world, joining teams, creating some of the world's most amazing structures. Tunnels, bridges, skyscrapers, transport in the air and on the sea. Taking hard work, science, technology, and human ingenuity to new heights. This is it, Los Angeles. The city of angels, a paradise for movies, money, and moguls who are all competing for fame, fortune, and a piece of immortality. I'm here to build them a coliseum for the ages. Perfect for a city packed with champions where teams compete for space and glory. And this one must surpass all its rivals. It's the LA Clippers' new home. Intuit Dome.
This is a basketball-obsessed, fan-first arena complex. What's special about it? There are so many things that we are doing based on the fan experience to make this the best arena in the NBA.
Craig Boyda and Michael Marchesano are in charge here. Their task? Build an almost 18,000-seat basketball arena with a live experience that features all the comforts of home. How do you do it? First, you deliver an angled bowl design with unobstructed sight lines that make every seat feel intensely close.
We're bringing fans as close to the court as possible, top-fed upper bowl, all kinds of cool amenities that are going to be first of its kind in the NBA.
And what about those comforts? Next, you replace that home TV with a gigantic double-sided halo display made of 233 million LEDs. It's a full acre, bigger than 3,560-inch televisions. Plus, no more waiting in lines for anything. From concessions, merchandise, to even restrooms, with twice as many lavatories as a traditional arena. Intuit Dome is a high-tech nod to the arenas, stadiums, and amphitheaters of the past. The word arena actually comes from the Latin for the sand that absorbed blood and covered the floor of ancient venues, where viewers saw competition at its most brutal and bloody, like Rome's Colosseum and Circus Maximus, which held up to 250,000 spectators. As in the past, arenas for sports and entertainment today strive to get the most people in the least space while giving them maximum unobstructed views and the greatest creature comforts. They come in all shapes and sizes: oval, round, square, open and enclosed. Intuit Dome, though, aspires to rise above all the rest.
This will be the best basketball arena anywhere in the world.
Construction on Intuit Dome begun in fall of 2021 with the groundbreaking. The concrete foundation came next. After that, the structural steel came into place. Now, the focus is on the massive roof, made of steel and covered with solar panels. It's designed to look like a basketball passing through a net. Structurally, it has to be strong enough to support both the roof surface and the halo board's weight hanging below, while at the same time, it needs to be high enough above the court to keep the halo board from obstructing the sightlines of even the highest seats. It's an engineering atlas that's both elegant and muscular. That's where I come in.
You're going to come out in the field and you're going to help us erect and connect over 13,000 tons of steel.
Whoa. Okay, let's make a start.
Let's do it.
Intuit Dome's roof is supported by 7 powerful, link-tapered, long-span steel trusses, ranging in weight from 120 to 200 tons. The ironworker team began working with these trusses about a year ago. But from day one, they knew they faced a problem. Intuit Dome is just 3.5 kilometers from one of the busiest airports in the world, LAX. And that means that takeoffs and landings right above are almost constant. Why is that a problem? It's not the noise, it's the height restrictions on buildings and equipment like cranes. And that means you can't build on the outside and use a big crane to fly parts in. So, everything here must be assembled within the interior bowl. And that bowl is only about 80 meters long by 75 meters wide. It makes the space a one-ring circus of people, materials, and monster machines.
Hey, Boston, George.
Yes, sir.
Guys, this is Daniel. He's gonna be working with you guys today. He'll be your apprentice, all right? You guys show him what's going on, let him help in the pile, stuff bolts and whatnot. Make sure he stays safe.
The team's mission: assemble, fly up, and bolt into place some critical final sections of Intuit Dome's mega steel trusses. First, it's double trouble. We need to simultaneously fly up connective steel, called an infill, that's used to reinforce the already mounted trusses, while also building the mother of all leaning post called a bolster. Next, we're going to assemble a truss section that's being rattled together for the high lift to the roof. Then, in preparation for the big lift, we have to make some room in the bowl, tip up a truss section, and rest it against those bolsters. Finally, it's showtime as we fly a 40-ton truss section up to these high-flying ironworkers waiting to connect it in place. You ready? First up, flying that infill steel. These 11-meter pieces each weigh 1.5 tons. They're used to bind together the large roof truss sections that are already in place.
I can see the crane is directly over us. Here we go. We are attached.
All right, ready over there, clear the piece. Coming up. Yeah, perfect. Right there, yep. Go ahead, let it up. Let it go, let it go.
Let it go.
Wow, you've got to watch your step here.
Watch the tag, let it go.
Let it go.
Don't touch nothing.
Remember, danger is everywhere.
That happened really fast. Oh yeah, it happened really fast, man. Okay, so we're doing 2 jobs simultaneously. So they're gonna take a while to
Yeah, they'll take a while. That's
and
why
while they're doing that, we're gonna be doing this.
Yes.
Where's this going?
That's going to go into that horse right there, that saddle.
Okay, okay.
So we're going to hook it up over here.
All right.
Once complete, 7 trusses will support the roof and hold the halo board. To avoid eating up too much space in the bowl, each is divided into thirds: a north section, south section, and middle section. So far, the 2 furthest to the west and east are complete. Also, the middle 3 north sections are complete. Our team has 3 days to build and fly up the middle 3 south sections. Given the size of the truss sections and the limited space in the bowl, one of the key steps to assembling them is creating massive leaning posts called bolsters. Designed to help vertically stack the truss sections, the bolsters come in 2 pieces, an approximately 15-meter beam weighing 2 tons and a base weighing 4 tons.
Shackles are good.
Yeah, shackles are good. Here we go. All right.
Come this way. He's going to be driving over here.
I'm working with Matt Nugent to bolt her up. His nickname is Boston. You might recognize his accent.
I didn't want to be standing right at the bottom of it. It couldn't kick out.
How much does this weigh?
Probably about 4,000 or 5,000 pounds.
Wow. Here, do we climb over or do we let it lift over and then we go over there?
So we can walk with a hand on it. I mean,
Over
just
the steels.
make sure you watch where you keep your hands and everything going in towards the pile. Watch your back here.
Yeah.
Lots of moving parts. We can pass it off to him, too, even. Walking right over. Watch your step. That's balanced, yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Try to square it up, get it right.
Watch your fingers, all right?
Yeah, watch the fingers.
Keep your hands up over the top of this.
Do what, sorry?
Keep your hands up high.
Above these holes.
Above. Okay.
Go ahead, Patty. Get him on tech.
All right, we're in.
Ready? Now you get a tool out. Ready?
Come down,
Right, start working them down, yep. Looking good.
We're trying to catch it.
There we go.
Put that bolt in.
Bolt.
Another way, facing this way.
Okay.
Go, here you go.
Yeah.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey, right?
Yeah.
We need some washers on that.
We got time just where you can hold it in place right there.
All right, you tight over there?
Yeah, we're going to need it tight. We're going to
How tight?
Just hand tight all the way.
Hand tight. Okay, I am hand tight.
You want to go tight to one side?
Yeah. Well, it don't matter, I don't think.
We've got one in here.
Split the difference.
Any more?
There you go.
Yeah, keep adding washes.
How many?
Until it's just threads showing right there.
Really?
So however many that
I don't think
is.
we got enough washers.
You would think this would be pretty straightforward for me. A bolt is a bolt, a nut is a nut, a washer is a washer. But right away, there's a problem. No washers. And in this maze of parts and machines, guess who has to figure it out?
You're the apprentice. You got to go get them.
I don't know where they are. You got to tell me where they are.
There's a bolt pile over there. There's
Where?
I can't see if they're covered up or not. Find a washer, same size as this one. They're in a bag. Perfect. All right, we're gonna need a lot of them, as many as you can find.
Okay.
It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
I don't know where they are. Hold on, Pete.
He's, I mean, as green as they come right now because he's never been on
Where are they?
a job site before.
Washers.
Yeah, when you're an apprentice, I mean, it's his first day on the job, so he's not gonna know maybe even what a washer is or where the bolt pile is or anything like that.
And there's another issue for this rookie. A big one. They haven't been paying attention to a major safety protocol. On this site, Chuck and his team are very safety conscious. I forgot to put on my
Protective eyewear.
2 strikes, 1 more, and I'm out of here. Now, there's even a bigger problem. Rain in a city facing drought after drought and crippling water shortages, the streets are flowing. That's good for water supplies, but terrible for construction. Working with these massive pieces of steel is already dangerous. Add moisture so the surfaces get even slicker, and you've got a major issue. We are going to have to stand down.
Rain is a real problem. There are 2 cranes and 60 steelworkers not doing any work because it's unsafe. Now, this is costing tens of thousands of dollars per hour. The real problem is here. The project timeline cannot be extended, and they cannot get this time back. This stadium must be ready for the beginning of the basketball season.
In 2024. While the team confronts a once-in-a-decade rainstorm, let's dig deeper into the high-tech aspirations of Intuit Dome. Designed to have zero net greenhouse emissions, Intuit Dome is capable of operating completely on batteries and solar power panels. The site will also leverage the latest technology to eliminate lines and provide food and concessions virtually on demand.
Flip the visor down.
All right, okay. Plus, when it comes to mapping, designing, and planning for future needs, the team's using new technologies like these augmented reality glasses.
I'm always feeling adventurous.
So if you look at your palm again, you'll see the Spectre menu.
Yeah.
Go ahead and press that.
Caleb Hetterscheid is the AR wizard here at Intuit Dome. For the last 2 years, he's been entering architectural and engineering information to create a massive visual database.
Can you tell me exactly what this is and what it does?
Yeah, so on your head is a Microsoft HoloLens 2.
Okay.
Outfitted specifically for a hard hat. And what it does is it takes our models that we use to coordinate and fabricate everything out here on the arena. It takes it out here and uses augmented reality at a 1-to-1 scale.
Now and in the future, anyone can go anywhere on the site and see exactly where the guts of the building, the electricals, the HVAC, the plumbing, where they all are.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I've got it now, I get it now,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Ah. What's this construction I'm looking at, the white and green one?
You're looking at the ceiling framing. That's all the
Okay.
framing that basically holds up the drywall, the paint. all
This
that
hasn't
stuff.
happened yet.
Yeah, hasn't happened yet. Not
Okay,
yet.
okay.
It will, though.
Okay, so the drywall is going to be attached to this.
Yes.
Can I walk? Can I move forward?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
You can walk anywhere you'd like.
Ah, so looking at this, I can actually see what the plasterboard is going to be attached to and how it's going to finish when it finishes to the end, and I can see where it's all going to be attached.
And now you can imagine what's next. Want to see where that acre of video board, the Halo board, will be? With these glasses, you can see the future.
So there it is. The halo's going all the way around here.
Yeah.
And it's really high. It's huge.
It's huge.
Okay, so you put the halo up for me. Can we superimpose a basketball game down there as well at the same time?
That might be out of my wheelhouse, but we for sure can.
Facing some of the heaviest rains in recent memory, the ironworking team at Intuit Dome lost almost a half day of work. Now, first thing, Chuck Zillner and his team are trying to make up time while simultaneously taking delivery of more steel for truss segments.
Easy back.
We really need to hustle.
We're going to flip this one too. What's going on in your mind, Chuck? I want to know. Tell me, man. Share it. Share it.
In my mind, I'm looking at the next 10 steps. These guys that concentrate on their jobs every day, I concentrate on keeping them fed for the next task. We're gonna spin around, track out of the way a little bit, and we're gonna start building another truss. This crane will come back towards us, and they will start filling in on the trusses we set last week.
So we're going to be filling in while this truss hangs here, while we take the steel delivery from this morning and start building another truss simultaneously.
Yes, we're gonna build the next truss. It needs to sit in this bolster by tomorrow afternoon.
My job is to help the team rattle together this 40-ton truss section. Each connection takes anywhere from 20 to 50 bolts on the top and bottom to bind it tight. The key tool, a supersized, heavy-duty pneumatic impact wrench. This thing is a beast. Ever wonder why one of these things makes so much noise? The noise comes from its clever design. When the impact wrench is doing a lightweight job, it just spins the way a drill might. But when it reaches greater resistance, the circular hammer spins freely, builds up speed and force, and then hits the inner anvil with a wallop. That means greater on-demand force and some extra noise. And this tool works like a charm on these massive bolts. However, you've got to remember that once you've tightened the panel of bolts, it doesn't mean you're done. The bolts interact with each other. That's why having a second pair of eyes and quality control is critical.
Okay, so quality control had a look. As we tightened up one section, we had one that was loose at the end, and we tightened that one up again. But when you tighten that one up, you have to work your way through all of them and work your way back again until you get all the bolts tightened up. If it doesn't move, when you're trying to tighten, if it doesn't move in the first 2 seconds, then it's not going to move much after.
These guys have to tighten bolts all day long. They have to be good and fast. To help me speed up, Jason has a new technique for me.
When you got to do thousands of bolts in a day,
Yeah?
now you got to keep it moving.
I've never seen anything like this.
Don't let go of that.
Don't let go.
No.
What, it's still going to spin though?
Yeah, I know. You never let go of that trigger.
Never let go of the trigger.
Then your partner will hold the chuck.
Yeah,
You're holding the trigger, carrying the weight.
yeah,
I'll be right here and I'll guiding to you to every bolt.
Yeah.
You're just holding that trigger.
okay. And
so
after
you-
2 seconds of being as tight as it can, it's not going to tighten anymore, and then we leave it, yeah?
Yeah, once you see the chuck, stop rotating,
Yeah.
and you're good. We'll move on to the next one.
Don't let go.
No.
What, it's still going to spin though?
Yeah, I know.
It's still, all right,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
I'm not going to let go, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
You just got to pick up the weight for me, but still hold the trigger.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
All right?
And I must be figuring it out. I'm making fewer mistakes. The guys are talking to me, giving me a suitable amount of ribbon, and look at that.
We got an extra belt if you want to wear one.
If you got a belt for me in this size, I'm going to put it on.
They're even giving me my own belt.
What? I'm taking this belt as acceptance, yeah?
Yes.
I'm taking it like you're officially signing me in here.
Yes,
with this
yes,
belt,
we'll
yeah?
get you spawned. Yeah, we're gonna, yeah.
Here we go, here we go. This is like officially signing in. I feel like this is the heavyweight championship belt. I feel like I've just been signed in. I feel like the champ right now. Champ is here.
And while I'm resting on my laurels, the team has a new challenge for me. I'm putting up insulation that allows the arena bowl to stay loud while dampening sounds back of house. It's a vital and dirty job.
This is what's used in the stadium to dampen down all the sound and vibration. Now it's poured into this hopper. And right next to the hopper, we have this machine. This mixes the water and the glue and water travels through these hoses. And the recycled material travels through this hose, and the two are mixed at the tip of the gun. I'm a ballerina.
The only downside is that you have to get into one of these bunny suits to apply it.
There's a technique to it, so I'll show you how it's done.
Victor Fernandez is an expert.
How does this thing work?
This is the nozzle.
Okay.
So this works by applying the glue with the hopper.
Okay, so we have our glue, and we have our material, and...
This is the on and off switch.
Okay, and this is controlling what I saw earlier.
Yep.
Okay.
Our job is to spray it along this 3-meter corner ceiling. The trick here is that you have to apply it evenly and to the right thickness. Too thin, and it won't work properly.
How's my application? How am I going?
You're doing good.
Too thick, and it falls right off.
Hey! Okay, I can see a consistent 2-inch application, and I cannot see any concrete. How do you feel about it?
2 inches, maybe not.
No? No? I mean...
It's applied, but it's not 2 inches.
I mean, there must be some small tolerances which are allowed in these kind of situations, but I think that's a fantastic application. I can't see a lot fell on the floor. Is there a way you can check it?
Yes, there's a gauge in it.
There's a gauge?
Yes.
First pass. Too thin.
Oh, that's not very good, is it? All right, so I'm going again. Underneath, yeah? Oh, that's not good. I applied enough to ensure that there would be no sound transfer in the state. All the sound will definitely be dampened from all the clapping and singing and all the bass from all the songs. So, it looks good?
My next pass.
No,
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what's wrong with it?
we're gonna have to do it all over again.
Why?
To take it off.
Why?
Because this is too much. All of this is too much.
Wait, hold on.
That's about 6 inches.
Okay, when you say take, hold on 1 second, let me just, there we go. There we go, that's very nice there. So what will be the ultimate finish of this? What will this look like when it's done?
It's supposed to look all flat, 2 inches all the way around.
2 inches all the way around. But what I can guarantee you is that sound will definitely be dampened when it goes through this part, which I sprayed. I can tell you that.
Yes, but this is finished product.
This is what?
Finished product.
Finished product?
Yes, it's gonna be exposed.
It's gonna be exposed?
Yes.
What you have to remember here is that imperfection is perfect. That's what you have to remember. So the work that I've done here, when people see this, yeah, they're gonna see the reality. Is this really gonna be exposed?
Yes.
Okay, I think we need to tidy it up a little bit.
It's taken most of the day to catch up and make up time from the rainstorm. The critical truss section is now complete. But to clear space for all the machines and future steelwork, we need to make space in the bowl. And that means taking advantage of those massive bolsters I helped build. We're going to use this major crane to carefully tip up this 40-ton truss section and place it on the backside of the bolsters, all while avoiding the pre-existing trusses on the roof and the vulnerable concrete castwork on the sides.
I think we'll be able to go up and over. Okay, so I'll just keep everything on this side then? Yeah, we can go up and over. We'll be able to clear it. All right, you know what I mean? We'll just all have eyes on it because it's gonna be tight.
Now it's time for the pick. We've got to trip up this 40-ton truss section, turn it 90 degrees, and then, and here's the crazy part, lift it over the bolsters and under the ceiling roof trusses. And finally, then calmly rest it on the far side of the bolster pedestals. The first task, a match of man, machine, and steel. Angle the truss section up and get it floating. It's called tripping.
This is a tripping column, okay? So this thing's out of radius. So if this wasn't here, right, because of the radius that it's at, when we went to trip it up, it would start, when it comes up, right here where it tapers, it would start to roll.
Oh, wow.
The danger here, the bottom of the truss section is uneven. Without added support, as the crane lifts, it could perilously pivot on the single point touching the ground.
So think of this thing not being here, and it's starting to roll.
And it will roll, okay.
Now, as it gets to the point where it's about to start to roll, stop and add something to catch it. And that's
Okay.
what this is, and it catches it before it rolls.
And what work can the guys do?
Adding a temporary tripping column gives the truss section 2 points to rest on to safely avoid any swinging that may hit another crane, the shoring tower, or even a person. Here we go.
It's pretty crucial to have that tip right now, because right now you're dealing with like 170K. So
Okay.
it's really heavy for this crane.
Okay, okay.
So right now, basically, he right there has to be on the money.
So
He has to be right over the tip. He has to know how much weight he's taking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because he could take all of it, and it could deflect and go out, and it could be bad.
And as he pulls this up, we're worried that the bottom could kick out.
Could kick out, or the top could kick in.
Oh, the top could kick in?
Well, if he's coming up too fast and a little over boomed,
Oh,
they don't want
wow.
to bring it back that way, right?
Okay, okay.
Everything's looking good, Dan.
Whoa.
So right now he's watching the tip,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you can see the like fleet angle of the rope.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's just got to get right underneath that tip and then start coming up or tracking the crane back. This is a beast of a crane. It'll be fine, and these guys are doing everything right. So
Oh my God!
Floating on my end, Dan. Floating on my end. Looking good, brother.
With the truss section safely up and floating, now, believe it or not, to clear a pathway, they need to use the other crane to get this 15-ton shoring tower out of the way.
You need another one, George, or no? I got it. There it goes.
Got it.
Thinking he might boom up tight and lay it down this way. All right, we're gonna get ready to put this thing in position. So we'll man our tagline. He's gonna track the crane back.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna start swinging and doing things. We're gonna come up and over.
Next, the crane and team need to turn the truss section 90 degrees so it's parallel with the two bolsters.
Okay, he's swinging over. Initially, they wanted to stab in, but they said they got the headroom to just come over here and go up and over.
Up over?
Yeah.
It's gonna be tight, no?
Yeah, it's gonna be really tight.
We need to lift the truss section over the bolsters, under the roof trusses, and safely land it on the bolster pedestal.
You only have
So we're gonna go over the bolsters, but underneath the existing.
We're gonna go right along it.
Okay.
We'll be right along it. We gotta really watch our rigging on the clips and the.
So who's gonna give him eyes up there?
All of us. Hey, let it go that way.
Whatever way you want to go, little buddy.
All right, we're flattening her out.
So he managed to spin it round, and now it's flat facing. But now we have to lift it over the bolsters, but at the same time, not touch the existing truss. Like there's millimeters to spare, but it has to be squeezed in to then sit behind it.
And now, it's the big moment.
Look at that.
It's so tight.
Tight.
They are.
You wanna go with it, Dan, on you?
You guys got a piece of wood?
Not much room, just gotta be careful when we come up. Want to go up higher? Can't you go around the backside and get those other blocks?
You're just gonna get this close.
Now, right now, we're worried that if we come down. Hey! Hey!
But there's a major problem.
If you come down any more, Vinny, it's gonna break the precast.
This 40-ton truss section is hanging dangerously close, just centimeters from the edge of some critical precast concrete. The slightest shift, and it could take down a big chunk of this arena structure.
On that.
Yeah. Pull it to us a little bit?
What are we trying to do? Get it on top of this?
Yeah, we're gonna go right on that thing.
What happened?
We're taking weight over here and something started moving over there.
We have to scoot this about a foot that way so it clears.
Hovering above the bolsters, the massive truss section is now centimeters from the edge of the arena.
Not much room,
Head ironworker Chuck Zillner investigates.
Just gotta be careful when we come up. We're going to scoot that tower over about a foot, and we'll clear it as it comes down. Yeah, don't move this thing right now. We're only 2 inches away.
The truss section is tightly packed between two pieces of precast concrete that juts into the bowl. They've got to figure out how to move this massive truss section without banging into the concrete or anything else.
Look how close it is right there.
I know.
They knew it might be close. In this intimate arena, construction is a game of centimeters, but maybe not this close.
We didn't account for the little things sticking out.
No, we didn't have them turned on in the model.
Hey, Chuck, I got like an 8-inch blue block with like a, I don't know, a 2x4. That'd be
That'll
like 10
work.
inches.
That'll give us 9.5 right
on
there.
each side?
Yeah.
The solution? The mother of all shims. Before they tie down the top of the truss sections to the top of the bolsters, they're going to insert what looks like a 20 by 20 centimeter railroad tie or sleeper what they call dunnage in between the two.
They're gonna add 10 inches of wood block up top, which is the same dimension we have on the bottom, to keep that thing parallel to the bolsters. Right now, these are 10 1/4. That means we just bump it out 1/4 inch and we're golden right now. Put a little bit of weld on it so it doesn't kick, then you can use the crane to get your spacing right up there.
Jammed in there, it will make the truss sections a little more vertical and give them a few extra inches of safety.
Yeah. Right there.
What do you think, man?
I think there's 100 things happening at once. Tell me, what happened over here?
Well, we always plan for it to be about 6 inches off the precast seating.
Only 6 inches?
Yeah, that's the room that we planned on it, but the tunnel right there, that's where people walk out.
Yeah.
We didn't account for that hanging over, so we had to scoot it that way just a touch.
And how much tolerance, how much space is there now left?
Well, it's about 8 inches.
It was a close call, but with disaster expertly averted, the team can now safely tie down the truss section onto the bolsters. Just another day at the office for Chuck and his team.
These guys make it happen. We just orchestrate what goes on, right? So we count on these guys to do their jobs. They all know what they're doing.
The team is back on track. They've still got plenty of work ahead, but all of our hard work is paying off. They're ready for the big lift, flying this truss section high up to its final location above Intuit Dome.
We're gonna set the last of the south trusses, 1/3 sections on the south side today.
It's the crack of dawn, and there's just one truss section left to lift. The team has their work cut out for them. They've got to pick this one up and slip this truss section carefully and safely up to the top of the roof. And this is going to be a tight squeeze. On the south side of Intuit Dome's roof, 6 of the 7 truss sections are already in place. There's only a 20-meter gap dead center remaining for this 40-ton beast to snug into place. To make this all happen, Chuck has to do some magic with his 2 cranes.
With the 2 cranes, we have to switch sides with them, pick the truss up and walk into place on the east side of the truss, while the second crane comes around behind, lifts the shore tower, and puts it in on the west side of the truss. And there's only going to be a few feet of clearance between the booms when we're done. We definitely have a little bit of a dance going on with the cranes this morning. You get a little nervous every time you do one of them. Once the south end of the truss is on the iron and the shoring tower is in place and we go to fill in, that's when you breathe that sigh of relief.
And now we're ready for liftoff. Minutes go like seconds as more than 70,000 kilos of steel fly into space and the truss section rises high above the bowl. Next, a precision team of ironworkers begins bolting it into place, while simultaneously the second crane places the shoring tower. It's a waltz of monster machines and manpower. Precision, practice, and focus are all paying off. These ironworkers are just one step closer to completing this epic sporting arena.
I think it went pretty well. Everything hit right on its marks, and it was a tight one, but it all went in there. It's always another day. We do it all the time, but doing projects like this one are kind of unique, and it's a good feeling when you get them done. Gotta really watch your step on that decking, though.
Before I head out, Chuck has one last amazing experience for me. A one-of-a-kind view from above all those supporting trusses, actually on top of Intuit Dome. But to get there, you definitely need to be comfortable with heights.
Right now, we are right in the center of the building. Center court is right where that guy is leaning against the crane right now. That is center court of the building, and that's where their jump ball right there.
Up here, with all the sights of Los Angeles and the steel workers around us, it's hard not to be humbled by the view.
After all the work we've seen down there, we got hundreds, thousands of tons of steel in place. There's so many guys working, there's 2 cranes, there's so much going on all at the same time, a confined space, so many people maneuvering simultaneously. What does it feel like for you when you come up here and you take a look at all of this?
It gives you a real sense of accomplishment when it's all finished. You come in and see this place, and it's just a hole and some concrete piers at the bottom, and by the time you're done, there's an entire building in its place.
This is a building for the ages.
Well, Daniel, I appreciate you coming out and giving us a hand. All your hard work out here really helped out when we needed it. Well, I got some union stickers for you, Daniel.
Hey! Right. So I can put these on my hard hat and everyone can see where I've been. Iron Workers Local 433?
433.
Okay, and that's the team here.
That's the best in the business.
Building America since 1896. Thank you, Chuck. Much appreciated. I'm going to make sure I put that on my hat. I'm available, man, if you need to rattle any bolts. I think the guys were messing with me a little bit, you know. The kind of technique they were teaching me, I had to work a lot harder than everyone else, but I did learn a lot. And working with you guys and seeing, like, such a specialist technique and how you guys deliver, it was an honor working with you, Chuck, and hopefully you have me back.
Well, you're welcome back anytime, Daniel.
Thanks, Chuck. And I'm going to take this belt with me, man, as a souvenir.
You probably have to talk to the fellas about that one.
As a sports fan, I was excited to get the opportunity to work at the new Intuit Dome. And you have to be impressed with the technologies here. From augmented reality that sees through walls to the groundbreaking Halo board. But for me, when it comes to sheer construction excellence, I will never forget how they've mastered working in this incredibly tight space. Constantly maneuvering like a team of monster machines, passing, spinning, and over going for the slam dunk. And they do this safely every day. Hey! Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it, man. I'll be back.
Faster?
I'll be faster. I'll be faster.
You can't get slower.
No, I can't get slower. Oh, man, I know you're busy.
Hey, what's happening?
I'm leaving. I just want to thank you, man.
All right, man.
I did look after it.
Yes.
Thank you, my man.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
Got it, man.
Thank you so much. I'll be back.
All right.
You have me back?
Soon. Hell yeah. Anytime.
Thank you, man.
Got it, man.
The guys are heading out, and my time here is done. It's been epic. We've been in the bowl, in the Gladiators Arena, and we've also been up in the skies, putting steels in place. It's all been part of building impossible.